The white balls were put into a basket containing 12 red balls and 16 black balls. If the probability of picking a white ball from the basket is 3/7, how many white balls do we have introduced in the basket? Now, we remember that our probability, when solving probability, the general approved formula is that probability is the total probable outcome all over the total outcome. Now, the total probable outcome we are going to see, and we are going to see the total outcome. Remember, our main concentration is on the white ball because we don't know the amount of white ball that was introduced into the basket, but all we know is the probability of picking a white ball. Now, when we look at the total outcome for this probability, for we to get the total outcome, we now have to look at the number of balls that we are given. Now we have our red balls. We are told that the number of red balls we have is what? Is 12. And the number of after red balls we have our black balls is equal to what? 16. Now remember, our white ball was introduced and we don't know the number of white balls, so we'll take the number of white ball to be what? Y. So our total outcome of this probability will now be equal to 12 plus 16 plus what? Y. 12 plus 16 will give us 28. So that will give us 28 plus what? Y. Now remember that this is the total outcome. And now we are dealing with what? The number of white ball. We don't know this. They say some white ball and we don't know the number of white ball. Now let's look at the probability of picking a white ball from the basket. They say is 3/7. Now the total outcome is this. Now the probability of picking a white ball is equal to 3/7. Remember, the probability of a white ball is the total probable outcome all over the what? The total outcome. Now the total probable outcome of picking a white ball is Y. All over the total outcome of the whole probability is 28 plus what? Y. So this will be equal to 3/7. Remember, what are we looking for? We are looking for the number of white ball that was introduced into the basket. Now let's go ahead the solution. When we solve this, when we cross multiply, we are going to have our 7y to be equal to what? 3 into bracket 28 plus what? Y. If we simplify this further, our 7y will be equal to this times this, 28 times 3. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 will give us 24. So we'll have our 4 carry 2. 3 times 2 will give us 6. That will give us our 84. Right? So that will give us 24. That will give us 84. That will give us 84 plus what? Plus 3 what? Y. Now, if we simplify further, remember what we are looking for. The number of what? The number of white balls. So if we simplify further, we are going to have our 7y we are going to have our 7y minus what? 3y. That will be equal to what? 84. So if we simplify this further, this will give us our 4y equal to what? 84. So our y now, which is the total number of white ball introduced, is going to give us 84 divided by what? 4. 4 here will give us 1, 4 here will give us 2, and 4 here will give us 1. That means our y will now be equal to what? 24, 21. So the value for y in that equation will now be equal to our y now will now be equal to what? 21 balls. So that means the number of white balls that was introduced into the basket is what? Is 21. You see, one thing about probability is if you can solve it, you take the sentence one after another and make sure you know the total absolute value, the total possible outcome, and the total outcome of your probability. If you know this, you can be able to solve the question without more stress. So I want you to look at this sample question. Go and get more sample questions on probability, especially this one that has to do with the picking of balls in the basket, and try them. If you have any question, feel free to send us a message or drop your comment on the comment section of this video, and we'll be able to answer your question. If you like this video, I want you to subscribe to our channel so that you can get notified when more videos like this comes out. I look forward to seeing you.